Hey, what's up guys? MKBHD here, and yesterday I was actually in New York for the US launch of the Galaxy Note 2, but more interestingly, the Samsung Galaxy camera. I spent a lot of time just on the side of the event. I know the focus was on the Note, but I was just really intrigued by this camera, and to be honest, it really impressed me. I really liked it a lot. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So here it is. On the front of this camera, it looks like your typical high-end digital point and shoot, pretty sweet 16 megapixel sensor, 23mm wide-angle lens with 21x optical zoom, but when you turn it around back, it has a sick 4.7-inch HD Super AMOLED display, full screen, with Gorilla Glass 2. It's just slightly smaller in footprint than the Galaxy S3 for reference, but that's just in height and width. On the left-hand side, there is a mechanically operated flash pop-up button, which works flawlessly, of course, and on the right-hand side, there is a standard micro USB charging port, and on inside is 8 gigs of internal storage, but of course on the bottom here you can see it's expandable via a micro SD card, and right next to that is your SIM card slot and an HDMI port, and of course the tripod mount. And also down under is the battery in this guy, which is a 1650 milliamp hour battery. It seems a little bit small. I don't have a lot of hands-on time to see the battery drain, but since you don't have to keep it on 4G when you don't need to, it should last you a while. But obviously, turning on that Boss display, you get a full-fledged, shrunken Android tablet in here. I don't say Android phone, because while it does have a mic, it doesn't make phone calls, but it's basically a smaller tablet, and it's running Android 4.1 Jelly Bean behind the scenes. But while it is indeed Android 4.1, it's obviously not stock Android, and Samsung has to make some serious improvements to make it a full-fledged camera, and they actually did a great job with that, and most notably inside the camera app. It is a really impressive app here. You can dial and adjust manual controls like shutter speed and aperture, and all the way open to f2.8, and ISO all the way up to 3200 with previews in real time. And if you're feeling lazy, you don't have to use all these manual controls. You can flip it into automatic and let it do all the work for you, or you could even enable some of these interesting filters to get some cool effects outside of the Instagram app, which can actually be used on this guy. So in terms of image quality by itself, from what I could see on the screen, stuff looked pretty sharp, and noise performance in the dark was actually decent, which is a good sign. It also takes 1080p video at 60 frames per second, so that's nice, and has some neat video modes like slow-mo capture, etc. It's basically the camera app on steroids just for this device, and I like it, and feel free to give a thumbs up below if you do too. So there you go guys, that's the Samsung Galaxy camera. It's available later this year and for an unknown price, so I'll keep you guys posted on that, probably on Twitter at MKBHD. I think it'll be really good at the gatherings and sort of party scenario where you're taking photos and videos and sharing them as you take them, which is kind of like the real-time sharing that Google Plus sort of started. It's kind of an interesting product. I would definitely like to see more hands-on with it, and I'll be giving you guys some test footage and some test videos of the actual camera sensor so you can get a sense of how good that is as soon as I get my hands on it. So thumbs up if you're excited for that, if you want to see it compared to some other cameras. But otherwise, that's basically it. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the very next video. Peace.